welcome aboard. Before we begin, ensure all systems are operational.
Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel and I'm making a survival horror game called ETA Unknown, where you control and maintain a rover in the middle of Antarctica using only your mouse. The game takes place on a territory of a repurposed archaeological site, now serving as a hub for a secret research project. It features 3 distinct facilities, each serving a different purpose. One day, all 3 go silent under unexplained circumstances and no external cause, and you're sent on a lone mission to investigate. For that, you'll be using a utility rover, fully controllable with your mouse. The rover, while designed for traversing off-road scenarios, isn't bulletproof either. You have to pay attention to your surroundings to avoid dangers and causing severe malfunctions that can have dire consequences on the operations. I'll be providing more detail on what the rover has to offer in the following devlogs, so stay tuned. When making ETA Unknown, I was primarily inspired by an indie game called Devlog, which features similar cockpit gameplay. I wanted to take that concept further by layering in systemic gameplay like in Amnesia the Bunker. Another heavy influence when it comes to the world and story itself are Penumbra and Soma by Frictional Games, as well as The Thing when it comes to the setting. I believe the best game narratives are delivered through the very systems players interact with, and at the time, I was finishing up the radio, which is both a navigation mechanic and a narrative tool. This led me to discover how Firewatch delivers a story, and is a primary inspiration for this kind of radio-based player interaction. In terms of aesthetic, I'm a big fan of the niche cassette retrofuturism trope, similar to what you can find in Alien Isolation or the recent Ark Raiders. You might also find some of the elements of the style in Star Wars and Starfield. There's something really exotic about this trope. It's both a time where computing was similar to what we have today, and yet still had some of the analog footing that is prone to imperfections, which I find can be utilized well for horror, especially in the games such as ETA Unknown. Right now, I'm finishing up core systems and starting work on a vertical slice demo with fully working mechanics and the first hints of story. The game's visuals are evolving too, and you can already see it in the lighting. I started with PSX style placeholders, but the final look will be more grounded but not completely realistic. Think of a classic sci-fi horror movie with dramatic lighting, but interactive. In the next few devlogs, I'll go deeper into the gameplay, systems and music, which I'm really excited to share. Thanks for watching, and if this caught your interest, consider subscribing. The next devlog dives into rover systems and what happens when things go wrong.